I've got a question for you. What if I told you that every 34 seconds, someone in the US dies from something that, in most cases, didn't even need to happen? Think about that for a second. Every half a minute, another life is lost. And it's not cancer, it's not car accidents, it's heart disease. Now, before you tune out thinking you've heard all this before, hang with me. Heart disease kills more people than cancer, accidents, and lung diseases combined. We're talking about nearly 700,000 Americans every single year. The good news is that studies tell us that up to 90% of it is preventable. 90%! That means, for the most part, this isn't fate, it's choices. And I don't say that to scare you. I say it because it's empowering. We're not powerless here. I'm going to walk you through some of the most exciting findings, especially from Dr. Nour Makarem, a cardiovascular epidemiologist at Columbia University. Her work has completely shifted how we think about heart health, and trust me, a few of these insights are going to surprise you.
So let's start with the number one cause of heart disease. Most people would say cholesterol. Others might say, well, it runs in my family, so I'm doomed. Well, no, it's high blood pressure. You've probably heard that term before, the silent killer. It's because it doesn't make you feel sick. You can be walking around feeling perfectly fine while your blood pressure is slowly damaging your arteries. Over time, that constant pressure weakens the inner lining of your blood vessels, making it easier for fat and cholesterol to sneak in and build up. Eventually, that's what leads to blockages, heart attacks, and strokes. And here's the hopeful side. Research shows that maintaining good heart health can give you an extra 8 to 9 years of life. Imagine that, nearly a decade of more time with your family, more time doing the things you love, and all because you kept your blood pressure in check. That's powerful.
Now, let's tackle one of the biggest myths I hear all the time. Doc, my parents had heart disease, it's in my genes, so there's nothing I can do. Let me stop you right there. Wrong. Genes play a role, but they don't seal your fate. In fact, lifestyle changes can override a lot of that genetic risk. People who actively work on their heart health through food, exercise, sleep often end up being 6 to 8 years younger biologically than folks who don't. Think about what that means. Your cells literally behave as if they're younger. You recover faster, your body is more resilient, and you stay healthier longer. It's not some miracle pill, it's just proof that the choices you make every single day matter more than the genes you inherited.
All right, let's talk about something most people don't connect to heart health: sleep. Not just how much sleep you get, but how consistent your sleep is. Recent studies show that irregular sleep, going to bed and waking up at all different times, actually doubles your risk of heart disease. Doubles. That's the same ballpark as smoking or diabetes. Crazy, right? So what does irregular sleep even look like? If your bedtime and wake-up time bounce around by more than an hour or two, your heart feels it. The sweet spot is keeping things within about 30 minutes to an hour every day. And yes, that means weekends too. I know, not what most of us want to hear, but your heart doesn't take Saturdays off. And it's not just about the clock. Dr. Makarem's research points to 6 dimensions of sleep health. There's duration, 7 to 8 hours is ideal, regularity, which we just covered, timing, earlier bedtimes tend to be better, satisfaction, basically, do you feel rested, efficiency, how much of your time in bed you're actually asleep, and finally, daytime alertness. If you're dragging all day, that's a red flag. It's like a puzzle. All the pieces fit together to either support your heart or strain it.
Now, here's where it gets even more interesting: circadian rhythms. Your body has these internal clocks that run in everything from hormone release to metabolism. And our heart, it has its own clock too. When you constantly mess with your natural rhythms by pulling all-nighters, working late shifts, or eating at odd hours, you're throwing your system off balance, and your heart pays the price. Research from just this year shows that when your circadian rhythm is disrupted, risk factors like high blood pressure, diabetes, and obesity all get worse. Think of it like trying to swim upstream. You're fighting against your body's natural flow.
Here's something most people overlook. When you eat is just as important as what you eat. Studies show that folks who eat breakfast earlier and avoid late-night meals have better heart health, lower blood pressure, better blood sugar control, and less risk of obesity. Your body's wired to process food during the day, not at midnight. When you eat late at night, your metabolism isn't ready, your insulin response is sluggish, and your body has a harder time handling those calories. Over time, that stress adds up. So if you want to give your heart a break, eat more of your calories earlier, keep your meals consistent, and skip the midnight snacks.
Let's talk solutions. The American Heart Association created something called Life's Essential 8. It's basically your roadmap to a healthy heart. Here's how it breaks down. Eat better. That means more plants, lean proteins, healthy fats, and less of the processed junk. Stay active. About 150 minutes of moderate exercise or 75 minutes of something more intense each week does wonders. Avoid nicotine, and yes, that includes vaping. Then prioritize sleep. We've already seen how big of a role it plays. Then there are 4 key health numbers you want to stay on top of. Blood pressure under 120/80, cholesterol, especially non-HDL cholesterol, kept in check. Blood sugar with an A1C below 5.7%, and maintaining a healthy weight. The cool part, these things don't work in isolation. Sleep helps you make better food choices. Exercise lowers your blood pressure. Eating well supports your blood sugar. It's all connected.
So where do you start? Here are a few things you can do right now. First, check your blood pressure. Seriously, don't skip this. It's the silent killer for a reason, and you need to know your numbers. Second, tighten up your sleep schedule. Pick a bedtime and wake up time and stick to it within about half an hour every day. That one change alone can make a huge difference. Third, line up your meals with your body's rhythm. Eat earlier in the day, avoid late night snacking, and keep meal times consistent. Fourth, move more. You don't have to run marathons. A brisk walk most days of the week is incredibly powerful for your heart. And finally, if you smoke or vape, please talk to your doctor about quitting. There's just no safe level of nicotine when it comes to heart health.
I know all of this might sound like a lot, but here's the good news. You don't need to be perfect. Every single positive change helps. Dr. Makarem's research shows that any step you take toward better sleep, better eating, more movement, it all adds up to lower heart risk over time. Think about it, you have the chance to gain nearly a decade of healthy life. That's years of more memories, more laughter, more living. And the best part, it's in your control. So don't get trapped by the idea that your genes or your family history determine everything. They don't. With the right habits, you can take charge on your heart health starting today. If this video gave you a new way of thinking about heart health, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more science-backed health content. And let me know in the comments which of these insights surprised you the most. Until next time, take care of that heart. It's the only one you've got.